I'm going to talk to you about starting your own podcast. And I'm going to share with you steps on how I was able to do that. So, back in 2015, I stumbled upon a podcast called Lewis Howe School of Greatness. He has over 100 million downloads, super inspiring guy. And he actually surprised me by sharing about how he was molested as a young boy, and that vulnerability like really blew my mind. Like, here's this guy has millions of people listening to him, and he talked openly about how he was molested back when he was a kid, and it reminded me of the power of vulnerability. And basically, this inspired me to want to start my own podcast one day because I saw that he was able to reach so many people. And it was scary because, like, I felt like I didn't have a lot of mentors growing up. Like, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I struggled. Like, I had a boss that said, like, "Hey, you need to work on your communication skills." So I was like, "How am I going to create a podcast if I suck at communicating? Like, this doesn't really make any sense." But what I did, so I started my own podcast and I only lasted 8 episodes because I was so bad at it. It was god awful. Like, when I listened to myself, I wanted to puke. It was super uncomfortable. And of course, I was comparing myself to Lewis Howes, which he was like 700. No, I think at the time he was like 367 episodes in. So it's like, of course, I'm not going to be as good as him, right? But once I passed the 30th episode, I realized it wasn't about me, but it was about serving my community. And I found mentors, right? These are people I've never met in real life, but I would listen to famous podcasters, Tim Ferriss, Rich Roll, Michael Gervais. And I realized like it really inspired me because I was like, man, wouldn't that be a dream come true if I get to do this for a living? Get to interview amazing people and I get paid to do this, right? And it really scared the shit out of me because I'm like, man, like, what would it life be like if this is my dream, this is my goal, and I get to do this every day? So I doubled down. I paid $5,000 for this course with Ali Abdal called the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and that completely changed the trajectory of my life. I was like, there's finally a roadmap on how to do this. So me doing this video is my way of trying to inspire you, and I hope you get something out of it. In summary, dream big, take action, find a mentor, find inspiration, whether it's listening to a podcast, and post below what is something that you've been procrastinating that you're willing to do today. Cheers.